Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here for another segment of Discovery Days. Of course, let's first start off by thanking our free family sponsors at the Chickasaw Nation and at the Inasmuch Foundation for making Discovery Days possible. Alrighty, I'm sure you guys have heard this many times before. Here at the Oklahoma Hall of Fame Museum, our mission is to tell Oklahoma's story through its people, because we believe that future generations of Oklahomans, that includes you guys, are going to be changing the world one day. Alrighty, so for our Hall of Fame member feature is John Abernathy. So he was known as Brother John in Oklahoma, where he served as a pastor throughout the state. And his favorite hobbies included fishing and collecting birds' nests, of which he had a collection of orioles, sparrows, robins, kingbirds, and other feathered architects. He also held a commission in the Boy Scouts of America from the time that the organization was chartered in 1910. So Abernathy was involved in birds and, of course, Boy Scouts. So, following the line of the theme about birds, we're going to be reading a lovely book called Chicken in Space. So, hope you guys are excited about this book. It's one of my favorites. Definitely goofy, but a really good read. So, let me go ahead. There we go. Let's go ahead and start reading Chicken in Space. And here's the inside title page again. And let's go ahead and get started. Zoe wasn't like the other chickens. See, Zoe definitely does look different to other chickens. She's the only one wearing a hat. She had dreams. She had a plan. Looks like we can already see what her plan is. She had a pig. Put your hat on, Sam, said Zoe. We're going to space. Before lunch? Asked Sam. Before pie? Is that a good idea? But Zoe was already off. Never known a chicken having a pet pig before. Henry, said Zoe, come to space with us. No thanks, said Henry. I've got space right here. Not open space, said Zoe. Outer space. Looks like Zoe needs some recruits to go into space. Pip, said Zoe, come to space with us. Sounds dangerous, said Pip. Not dangerous, said Zoe. An adventure. Clara, come to space with us, said Zoe. You don't have a ship, said Clara. You can't go to space without a ship. You think Clara has a point? See what Zoe says. Not a problem, said Zoe. An opportunity. Zoe always finds a way, said Sam. Look, Sam, I found the ship, said Zoe. Of course you did, said Sam. Looks like Zoe's ship looks kind of different than a normal rocket ship, right? Here we go, chicken in space, going on our journey. Wow, said Zoe, space is beautiful. So is pie, said Sam. See any pie? Zoe looked. Looks like Zoe even brought her little goggles to protect her eyes. Watch out for the ball, said Sam. Not a ball, shouted Zoe. An asteroid. Do you think our friend Zoe's a little confused? Maybe. Watch out for the kite, said Sam. Not a kite, said Zoe. A comet. Watch out for the birds, said Sam. Not birds, said Zoe. Alien attack ships. We're going down, yelled Sam. Prepare for landing. Looks like Zoe. Sam, we're having a good time out in space, right? Big old crash. Looks like they crashed into the back of a truck with corn. Perfect, said Zoe. Zoe to ground control. I repeat, Zoe to ground control. We made a perfect landing. Perfect, asked Sam. There isn't any pie. Hopefully Sam gets his pie. Back at the barn, the animals gather to hear about Zoe's and Sam's big adventure. We went to space, said Sam. We were hit by an asteroid, we dodged a comet, and we battled aliens. Everyone was impressed. How did you do it? Asked Clara. Zoe always finds a way, said Sam. I just wish we found some pie. So Zoe tapped Sam's shoulder. For me? Asked Sam. Is it pie? Not just a pie, said Zoe. A moon pie. How sweet of Zoe. Sam broke off a piece of his pie for Zoe, but she was already planning their next adventure. Like Sam says, right? Zoe always finds a way. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little book about chicken in space and our other friends of Zoe. So of course that leads us to today's craft. Like I said, leaning onto the bird theme. Here is an example craft already. It's a little bird that you get to make if you got some feathers and construction paper and a googly eye. So I'll go ahead and get my supplies ready. You just need an extra like recycled bits of colored construction paper to of course make the beak and little arm. And then of course some feathers, a googly eye, and a circle cutout. So of course you can pause the video if you need to, that we can get all your supplies and of course cut out a circle. It can be a pretty medium-sized circle like this one, a big one, or a small one. It can be any size circle you want, but I already have my circle ready. So let me move my supplies. So of course, first step is of course get your circle and your supplies together. And so we'll move on to the second step once you unpause the video. Perfect. So the next step is going to be to decorate your bird. It can be any color, it can have any shapes you want it. I think I might draw a big old flower on my bird. So I'm going to try and grabbing some crayons right now and see what colors I want to paint my bird. Maybe pink, orange, and green. Like I said, I want to have my bird have a lot of flowers, or maybe just one big flower and a color out the rest of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, do the center of my flower right here, and fill it in. So this step, like I said, you can design your flower not even your flower, no, your bird however you want. And if you are knowledgeable about birds, you can even, try and replicate a real life bird. You can make a blue bird or a red one, like a sparrow, a crow even. Technically, penguins are birds. You can definitely decorate a penguin if you would like. Can you see that? Yeah, it's a little bit washed out, but that's fine. But I hope everyone is having a good Tuesday and of course, good start to your week. It's the middle of April, so you know what that means. School is almost over. And then comes summer vacation, which I am definitely looking forward to summer vacation. I definitely need another one. But of course, if you're not sure about what to do during the summertime, and if you live relatively close to the metro area and our museum, of course, stop by during our regular hours, but of course, stop by specifically for our Summer Thursday programmings. Those are a lot of fun. It's just a full day of crafts, story times. Of course, you can explore our lovely museum, and then we usually have some games for you guys to play outside. So it's a lot of fun here as well during the summertime. Alrighty, so I'm switching another color because now I'm going to decorate around the flower with green. But yes, if you need some summer plans, I might be full of ideas. You can always go to a park and have fun there. Maybe go to a new park, go to one that's new to you, that's still relatively close. That's what I usually like to do, explore new parks to see what's different. And explore new walking paths, Remember, it's very important during the summer to be active. So it's very important to head outside, have some fun, maybe look at some birds like the ones we're making today. Maybe you can save this craft until maybe you go to the zoo and see if your bird friends like them. That's another idea, going to the zoo. But last time I heard they were under construction. So I hope, it's back and up and running as usual. but I might head to the zoo during the summer as well. But of course, you got to be careful in the summer. You know, more sun, high UV rays. So of course, always wear your sunblock, a hat, and some sunnies to protect yourself from the sun. The sun is good for you, of course, but sometimes it can be a little bit dangerous. We want to protect ourselves out there. Alrighty, so I got my bird all decorated. My bird has a pink flower on it. So the next few steps is honestly just constructing your bird together. So start by putting your gluing the eyeball on it, and then getting your arm and beak. So I think the first step I'm going to do is, of course, get the beak and arm out. So with the beak, it's very handy if you hold your paper this way, the bottom edge pointing this way, you can easily cut out a triangle 2 ways. There we go. So we got our triangle. I think my bird's going to be facing this way this time, like that. And if you want to do an arm, it can be any shape really. I just did a little squiggly or a little curve really. So let me actually be in frame. So kind of like this, pointing the same side and then curving it a little bit. And then doing the same thing, making sure I cut out the piece just like that. I'm going to trim it just a little bit because I don't need it to be this long. And I think that is a-okay. How looks like a stem. I'll put my arm right there. So next step, I'm going to glue it on. I wonder if I put this closer, you're able to see the colors better. Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to start gluing things on. Whoops. Okay, I thought I was running out of glue again, but I am well supplied. So just added some glue on the back of the paper, and same thing, I might just glue it on here. Whoops, got my eye. Then stick the nose right there. And then, like I said, add some glue right there where I want the eye to be. So luckily what I found, it's actually very easy to glue on the feathers just with a glue stick. They glue just fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some glue in random spots and then start sticking my feathers on there. Hopefully remembering where I placed the glue, you know. I'm going to do the same thing on other spots. Whoops. You might want to be careful because of course you just smothered a lot of glue. So you might get glue residue on you. But that's okay. Nothing like a good old hand wash won't get the glue off, you know. So I'm adding my third feather this time. I'm going to do 3 feathers. And then I'm going to spread the feathers around. And that is the finished product, our finished bird. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen so you can see it this way. That's my bird, and then here's my other one. So I have 2 little bird friends, and I can't wait to see what bird designs you guys created. So of course, if you want to show us or share your crafts with us, you're more than welcome to either email us or share them through our social media. But guys, that concludes today's Discovery Day. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Discovery Day, and of course, I will see you next time for another craft day. Bye.